Hello, everyone, and welcome to the wrap up for the 24th of July 2020. Again, if you're new here, links in the description below for the software that I do this with, along with the mentoring that I do for clients. Just scroll down, links are in the description below. Full disclosure, that is an affiliate link for Trade Ideas, so it does help support the channel and is one of the reasons that I do this. So let's get started now that that's out of the way. This particular series, you'll see many live trading examples, me training my fiance how to trade. There's a really cool new series I'm working on that I'm growing, this small retirement account that I funded. I want to make sure there's a ton of content that I can shrink into a very short period of time. So it's a very ambitious project, but stay tuned for that as well. Again, all on this channel, but this particular series is looking for a trading strategy that I developed where I use Trade Ideas and its ability to back test different scenarios to try to find scenarios that are working in this particular market. And then from there, I take those scans and I try to find two longs and two shorts. I run those for the week, close them at the end of the week, report the P&L to you guys, reopen new positions next week, starting to become, well, it has become a long time ago, one of my favorite strategies that's kind of fully hands off other than the work that I do when the market closes. I turn this video off, I set everything up to auto trade, and then I'm done for the week with this particular strategy, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Now, this week, for example, we actually only had one trigger in this AAIA, and actually happened here on Thursday and popped up a bit and then came back down. So this was a bit of a do-nothing week. Here we are for the performance. Again, this is based off 1, 2, 3, 4, or 500 shares. You can see pretty good returns kind of throughout as a very hands-off type strategy. Again, none of this is easy. None of this is super simple. But what it does and what I like about it is that it has very much that hands-off approach. So it's a way to learn the skill of trading with a low risk. You could, I guess, decide the risk yourself, but something that you're able to do whatever it is that feeds you, and then this is a way to do some stuff on the side. So that was that particular trade. If we look here on the SPY, really another do-nothing week. Let's zoom this out to a weekly chart right here. And you can see a doji. Now, interesting enough that this doji is happening kind of right at this prior resistance right here. And it's what they'll call, I guess, kind of, not exactly, but a gravestone doji, which essentially means that they push price up throughout the week and it got kind of slammed back down right to the close. The whole point of the gravestone doji was supposed to be the soldiers go to war and then they all get killed, right? So the soldiers being the bulls, and they all got killed throughout the week. So a little bit too possibly kind of worried about there. The fact that it happened at this resistance area, maybe, but you can't deny this strength. Even if we pulled back here to 300, it's still incredibly bullish. So again, ignore all the sky is falling people every time the market ticks down a bit. I wouldn't be shocked if we kind of back and fill into 313 or so and then maybe go higher or chop around. It is the summer. I don't know if that will change with this extraordinary year we're having or what, but that is what's happening currently. So what am I watching for this week? We only had that one trade this week, so it's a little do nothing, but we have here on NUVA, basically looking at a 21% short float, fairly strong off the bottom here, pulled back, and then hammer, and then doji, and a hammer. So, again, these short-term candlestick patterns show me that there's some accumulation in this area. Just makes me think that if we push off it, we've got a potential to go here. WLK with a 11% short float, but is putting in this kind of rounded bottom, and then this little bit of congestion here. So you might want to call this cup and handle and kind of pushing sideways here. So I think if we pop higher, we've got some continuation. Again, if we fall out of this, then there'll be no trade. It's the beauty of having these kind of traded for you. Next here is Tiffany's, obviously beaten down, right? Really hasn't participated in the rally of the market. So if my synopsis is correct and we're going to get a pullback maybe into next week, this is something that's interesting to short, just because as the market's been kind of cranking the entire time, this has been sideways and showing relative weakness. And relative strength and relative weakness, if you're looking for a way to trade, is kind of one of the easiest and most scientifically tested out there. Looking at Garmin here, essentially just broken down from this broadening, I guess, formation, or this channel, whatever you want to call it. If we break under this candle, I think we could push lower. So that is all I'm looking at for this week. Again, trying to keep these videos short because I know you guys like that. Also, it's Friday, so I want to go crack a beer and get out of this office. So again, links in the description under the video. Scroll down, everything's there. And I'll talk to you guys next week.